everyone, you have just received a small clone tank, and this is the instructional video on how to put it together. The video will show you what you'll receive in the small clone tank box that you have, and how to assemble each part so you can have your very own clone tank. First thing you need to know is we do not ship batteries out, so you'll need 8 AAA batteries for your clone tank. Let's check out what's in our small clone tank box. First up, we have our bottom, and it has our push light already installed inside, and we have our top with the push light on top as well. Next up, we have our small clone tank pipes and glass that it can be installed later with our glue dots. Then we have our middle piece, which I call the stem, and then we have not one, but 2 different connectors to connect the top and bottom with the stem. And then lastly, we have the remote that'll control the lights. First up, let's work on the lights. So we're going to need 8 batteries. I pulled some to the side here, and we're going to install them into first our remote and then our lights. So our remote only takes 2 batteries. You'll slip them right in, and then you'll slip the back on, and then it should be ready to go. Then we have the light that is in the bottom of our small clone tank, and it has a little cap on the bottom, and you'll just easily twist it. It'll tell you which direction, and then you're going to insert all your batteries with the plus to the plus and the minus to the minus. And then once all 3 batteries are in there, you can put the cap right back on, and then our light should be ready to go. And with a simple push of the light will turn on, and then our remote will start to work with our light. Now with the top portion of our tank, our light actually can pull out if you need it to, so you can get to the battery a little bit easier, but once again, we have a cap on top, and you just need to twist that and enter the batteries as well. And these will be the last 3 batteries that you'll need, and once you enter that in, our push light will work for our top portion. Now let's talk about our remote. In order to use a remote, you must first turn on both the push lights by pushing them, and then our remote can now work. It can turn off, it can turn on. We also have dimming settings on the side, so if you need to make it brighter or lighter, you can do that to kind of see your character better. We can move on to installing our pipes and our glass. The pipes go into the top portion of our clone tank and the glass into the bottom portion. We're going to use the glue dots that I've also included to actually install them so they will stay in. Now, as you can see, our top pipes do not stay inside when you just simply push them into the holes. That's going to be when our glue dots come in handy, and we're going to open this package up, and I'll show you what our glue dots are. So glue dots are little dots of glue that are actually on this paper, and when you stick things to them, the glue dots will come off, but then it will also make it be able to stick to other things. So first, we're going to grab one of these pipes and simply put it on our glue dot and pull the paper away. And then once we do that, we now have a glue dot on the bottom. So when we simply press this in the hole, it'll stick and stay inside the hole. The largest pipe is on one side with the medium pipe at the back and the smallest pipe in the front. And we're going to put glue dots on each one of these. And just like that, our pipes are stuck in the top and are not falling out now. Next up, we're going to install our fake glass with the glue dots. For the larger pieces like this one, we're going to use 2 different glue dots, one on each edge of it, so it can stay in there a little bit better. As you can see, the glue dots come off pretty easy, and it's going to kind of go right here in the side, this large piece. And then our other large piece will be inserted into the other side. After a few glue dots, we'll stick it in here nicely as well. Then our other small piece is going to go right here in the right front. It's a little more of a jagged edge one. And lastly, our more rectangular one will go right here in the last spot. And just like that, our fake glass shards are installed. And if we end up tipping it upside down, none of the pieces are going to fall out. Next step we have is putting the rest of the tank together. We're going to use our stem and our connector pieces to show you how to put it together. First off, if you don't want to actually use the connector pieces, you can always use some super glue. I like to use BSI MaxiCure super glue, and this is an accelerator that if you spray it on it, it'll cure a little bit faster. But that's what I personally like to use, but you can also use the connectors as well. But we're going to put the super glue to the side because I'm going to be showing you how to use the connectors that are included to actually install your clone tank all together. The thing on these tanks you want to pay attention to is where the actual piping is on it, because one of the connectors has an extra hole to where the piping will actually string through, as you can see here. And the top piece also has some piping on it. So make sure you're lining those up, and they will stick right into each other and are a little bit tight so they can actually stay together well. Then next is the other connector piece that will actually connect to the bottom and then connect to the stem that is reaching all the way to the top piece now. And sometimes it's easier to connect both of your connectors straight to the stem and then actually slide it onto the bottom so your tank can be completely assembled. I'm struggling a little bit here, but I'll eventually get it and be able to slide it right in, and it's nice and taut. And just like that, we have our clone tank all put together and is looking awesome. Clone tank should now be successfully assembled. Each order will contain a little character that you ordered, and it'll slide right into your new tank. Now, our old tank is a little bit shorter than our new tank with the connectors here, but we also have this little hole on the back that'll slide right into the back here, so it fits just like our old tank. Just like that, you'll have your small clone tank. And we are now at the end of our small clone tank assembly video. I hope you found this video helpful and that you got your small clone tank all assembled. Once again, thank you so much for your purchase of your clone tank, and I hope to see you in the next video.